Okay. Alright, I think everything is working. Yes. Audio's running. Alright, I just need to check something real super quick that I just realized I hadn't looked at yet. I'm trying to make this easier for when we potentially wrap up here. See if I can find the thing. Okay, no, I didn't. Okay, so we'll have to go back and do that manually. That is fine. Okay. All right. Well then. We're gonna do this, so that's not what I wanted to do though. Okay. All right. Where's my screen? There's my screen. Okay. So sorry for the late start. I was really slow getting up, and then I had to do a couple of things before we got started here today. So here we are. It's the last day. It is the last day. The Bloodthirsty mission's about to be completed for now, as far as Shadowlands is concerned. Now, not everybody was leveled from level 1 in Shadowlands, mind you. A couple were carryovers from max level from the previous expansion, and a couple were, you know, just plodding along at their own turtle pace, so, but this is the last one to hit 60, this expansion for me, potentially. We've gotten all the other classes done. I don't think I have it in me to get that Holy Priest 10 levels, even with the Winds of Wisdom buff. I can't. I'm so burnt out. I can't do it. So, we'll see what we can do here. And, we'll see what happens. So, Bloodthirsty Challenge is over on wowchallenges.com. All the rules are over there. You're basically grinding to max level with a limited number of quests allowed, and the allowed quests can be found on the website under the FAQ and the conditions under which they can be done. Otherwise, you're just grinding to max level and trying not to die. If you die, it's done, and you have to start over from the beginning. I'm not quite sure how the warrior ended up being last. Excuse me, losing my voice. It would probably have been better to finish on a stronger character, but this was definitely one of my more troublesome classes for me, where we weren't communicating well. I thought I had things in check, and then shit would just keep going wrong. So maybe I just hadn't gotten into the proper flow with the class. Maybe changes they've made over the years has helped. I know before I would keep trying to do this as Fury, but being Protection has definitely helped a bit. It's definitely given us a few more hit points to work with. So, I mean, I didn't like Protection Paladin because it felt too slow and clunky. Ret felt better for that. So, I mean, you just, for me at least. So, you've got to figure out what spec for the class is going to work for you. For any class, really. Like, I can't stand playing Shadow on a Priest. It drives me crazy. I feel too squishy, but other people love it. So, you've just got to figure out which one fits your skill set and which one you can adapt your playstyle to better. Is really all that it's going to come down to. And patience. Lots and lots and lots of salty patience, because oh my. It's been a long road. It's been a very long road. Now I'm still going to be part of the community. I'm not really going anywhere. I'm still going to be helping out Lita and getting stuff done for her. I just won't be streaming the challenges for a good while. In fact, I canceled my sub last night. I'm paid up to the beginning of November. And if I really need to check something, I can try to check it on a trial account for now. I have to find out if trial accounts can still use the auction house, because if they can, then I can just go and sit in Dragon Isles on a level 5 and fish. So, I mean, I've gotten out there. I know it's possible. At least in beta it's possible, so, you know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll still be around. I'm just not going to be actively going at it. I need to take a break. I've got other projects stacked up that need my attention, that have been patiently waiting. And I'm getting super itchy to get into them now. We'll still be streaming on Thursdays. Next week, I hope to be getting into Coral Island. I should be getting my early access stream key, or game key, Steam key, in a couple of days here. And we'll be able to look at that. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to hop in there before stream or if we're going to do first brand new look on stream. If we do brand new look on stream, I'm going to have the husband doing audio checks for me to make sure the game's not too loud for all of you. And the game is still early access, and they did say it's not finished. They said that they've got, I got an update email last night. They've got most of the seasons sorted. They said they're still tweaking winter season, because it's kind of like Stardew Valley, but not exactly. It's similar. And Meow, hi Littles. Littles is here, everybody. Hi Little. Hi Meows. What's up? Don't bite me. What's the matter? I don't know what you want. Hi. What's up? You're looking at me like you want something. Ow! No bite, I said! That hurt, ma'am. Why you gotta be like that? Really, that's all you wanted? Do they have food? Do they have food?
Last I saw a couple hours ago. I'll double check for you.
'Cause Bitey McBite Bites bit me and then sat there staring at me like I'm the dumb one, so... Ow, my goodness. She didn't break skin or anything, but she's always so pissy. She like leans in and wants the pets and then bam. I don't know if it's still her kittenness or she thinks it's a love bite or if it's a warning shot over the bow. I don't know. She certainly likes to roughhouse. She'll be trying to fight with me and bunny feet the crap out of me and just bite, and she'll be purring so loud and I'm like, really? So, with Rested, I was getting 10 something. 1080, I think. And with Winds of Wisdom, we're getting 1480. I don't know, but that really doesn't seem like a 50% increase. I feel like they adjusted it because of the Rested. I'm not sure. Maybe it's adjusted down because of my level. I don't know. I'm not that good at math, but I mean, it's still 400 more XP than what I was getting, so okay, but kind of feels like that should be higher to me. But what the fuck do I know? Maybe there's some other adjustment going on, or maybe there's diminishing returns or something. I don't know. Maybe the higher you are, the less it is with Rested or some shit. Because I remember questioning that the last time it was in town. And thinking something didn't look quite right. But maybe it's just interacting with the Rested XP strangely. Sorry, it's a really bad allergy day. And I haven't been awake that long and talking, so my sinuses and voice are still trying to figure themselves out for the day, so I do apologize. I'm trying. I might have to have the husband go grab me a water in a minute.
Go get your water done.
If you're able to get up, I don't know, because I know you hurt your back, so... For those that don't know, there was a huge to-do. Now, I hadn't known anything about this coming because sales don't happen in the Etsy shop often, and I don't know if they were doing it in rolled phases or what. But apparently, maybe in July or so, Etsy partnered with Plaid and started using them as their third-party verifying for bank accounts. For their store. I just got the notification about this like a couple of days ago, and Russell and I were like, what is this? Like, we were very unsure of this, so he's like, don't do anything. He goes, let me look at this. So he started to do some digging, and he's like, oh no. And I started to click the learn more, because at first we were like, this is weird, right? And I got it in an email, and I didn't use the link in the email to my shop page, because I'm like, I didn't know if this was legit. So I went into Etsy separately and went to my shop page, and the notification was there as well. So I was like, okay, this probably is legit then. And I clicked the learn more because they wanted, they were talking about verifying through Plaid, and I didn't quite understand what that all was going to entail. So I clicked on the learn more, and it said that Plaid needs your bank login username and your password. And I was like, I'm sorry, come again? They want my bank login / username and my password to my bank account information. And I just kind of sat there numb for a second. I'm like, Are you fucking kidding me? Who in their right mind is going to give that information? You can't give that information out. You lose every single ounce of protection you have if you just hand that over willingly to someone asking for it that you know they're a third-party entity. They're not even trying to pretend they're you know, they're straight up saying, we're a third party, we want this information. Like, who are these fuckers? You know, like, I'm like, oh no. And then other people were like, oh, just do it through, just do the manual. And then you don't have to give them that. Except you're still giving Plaid your routing number and your bank account number. And, after further digging, this company does not have the best reputation. They were involved in a class action lawsuit in 2021 for selling people's information, and like social security numbers and bank account information, and I'm like, and they can collect that shit, and they'll know everything about you, like loans and all the other things that you didn't give them permission to have. They will have it, because then apparently somebody was looking in the fine print saying, yeah, they collect all this shit. And I was like, oh no. No. And then other people were saying, just change your login at the bank and your password after they verified. It's fine. Except somebody said they did that, and a month later, they got a notice from Etsy saying, oh, we need to re-verify your bank account again. Something went wrong. Apparently, Plaid had tried to re-access their account information after the password and username had been changed, so it invalidated it with Etsy again, and the person's like, I didn't tell you that you could re-verify this after the fact, or you could be accessing it after the fact. I said that you could look at it once. That was it. One and you're done. And yeah, and then people are like, well, just do the manual with Plaid. I don't want Plaid having my routing and checking account number. They don't need it. With their business reputation, I really don't want them to have it. So I closed the Etsy shop. Long story long, I guess. Etsy shop's closed. I'm gonna be moving. I haven't made up my mind yet. I've got 2 possible options at the moment. Well, no, I'm really definitely leaning towards option 1. I just haven't had the time to deal with the move yet. Everything just kind of went sideways on me yet again at the same time when I didn't have time to deal with it. So, next week, maybe, if the husband has a day, that we can sit down, maybe next Tuesday, maybe next Wednesday, where we can sit down and get everything sorted for the new shop, because I will need his help a little bit with setting up information so I don't type something wrong, because, you know, dyslexic brain. So we will try to get that sorted, and I will let you guys know when the new shop opens. It's probably gonna be through Kofi. That might fit, that might be a better fit for me right now than any place else. I was looking at other options, and they didn't fit my small shop, so we'll probably end up on Kofi. It's either Kofi or back on eBay. eBay has its own problems though, so I've done the eBay route before. We'll see. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna be on Kofi, but I'll let you guys know when everything's finalized and moved and up and running. But yeah, I mean, if you sell on Etsy, just do your independent research on this company. Don't blindly Don't just blindly do it thinking that they're up to snuff and credible because Etsy's decided to partner with them. They're kind of sketchy, in my opinion. Completely in my opinion. It's kind of... from what I've been reading. Now again, you know, people can make shit up, but the stories are all really consistent from what I've been seeing from other people's comments. Apparently there's a petition that was started to try to get Etsy to reverse this decision. I've seen some shop owners saying that they are going on vacation mode until they see if Etsy's going to change this, or while they're looking to go somewhere else, because they're kind of... They've kind of got you in a bind, because if you don't verify your account information through Plaid within 30 days, they won't give you your money that you have owed to you that may not have been deposited yet. So, but my shop's closed. If you see any links for it anywhere, they're going to go to a dead page. I'm also in the process of deleting my Etsy account, but that's going to take like 2 weeks. So I do thank everybody that did support the shop through there at one point or another. This is just not something I had time to deal with right now, and I'm so busy. I'm just like, are you serious? Are you even serious right now? So, it's probably going to be a slower rollout on most likely the Kofi site, but I will let you guys know what ends up happening with that. It just, like, we didn't have that much time to think about what we wanted to do, but there was no way I was going to give this company any of my information, this third-party company. I'm like, no, I have to put my foot down, because this is ridiculous. I'm not going to willingly give them the keys to our very tiny, very, very important kingdom that could destroy us if something happens. So, no, what's not going to happen is that. So I'll just have to figure out something else. If there was something that you had seen in the shop that you wanted, and the shop is now non-existent, message me on Discord or Twitter, and we'll see if we can work something out. In the meantime, until the shop gets up and running. It could be a week or 2 weeks before I finally have the time to get that sorted. It could even be 3 weeks, which kills me. But I don't have the time to... It's time consuming doing all... I mean, I could probably reuse some of the photos, but we might want to retake some. We need to sit down and figure out, you know, how we want to do the posts and everything. I need to recheck what inventory I have. Maybe reconsider adjusting some prices on things. So it's going to be a process, and it's going to need at least a day, if not 2, to sit down and actually have my mind in the right space to do this. Because I'm going to have to handle shipping a little bit differently, which is going to be a little bit more involved on my end. So, you know, it is what it is, but what it is a pain in the ass at the moment that I didn't have time for. I'm like, why? Why you gotta do this now? I've got beta testing I need to get into. I've got this I need to deal with. I have that I need to deal with. Have we heard yet from this contractor about the gas meter?
Not that I've seen.
That's kind of concerning. And you told your mom to look for weird phone calls on her... You told your mom to be aware of weird names coming up on her cell phone? Apparently they need to change the gas meter out to a wireless one. apparently so they don't have to have so many gas meter readers, I suppose. We got a letter saying that they were going to be in our area. And that the contractors would be calling to make an appointment or something. And I'm like, I don't have time for this either, but okay. And we're still waiting to hear on a couple of other things we've got going on, so. And Christmas is coming. I've got Christmas gifts that I need to get to work on. I know it seems silly to be that worried about getting Christmas gifts done in the beginning of October, but it takes time to make them. So, you know, I gotta be thinking about how things are gonna be handled. Husband's doing the main gifts for my parents, and I'm like doing a side tack-on gift. And I think I figured out what I'm gonna do for the husband. I think I need to check on a couple of things though to see if I can do it. But I have an idea now. So that's something, I suppose. So we'll see. What happens with that. We are moving faster than they are respawning now, so I have to wait a second. Up to 14 slumber powders. So we need to make a trip to Walmart and Joann's for a couple of things for the parents' gifts. We don't know what we're doing for his mom and his aunt. We might not be doing anything. We don't even know if they're gonna be here. I'm kinda hoping they're not gonna be bringing the RV here, because then that means we can't turn the car around in the backyard because we can't drive over the hoses that are going to be used to hook up the RV, and I don't think the hoses are going to reach from the backyard either. That's a long way. And I really doubt a heated water hose is going to reach that far with as cold as it gets here. I think their inexperience with the RV is showing here, but what the hell do I know? But this just isn't a good idea, because the backyard's not level either. It all angles down. And the part that is slightly level just collects water and is going to be a muddy mess, and when the yard gets muddy you sink in, especially with all the moles or the voles or whatever the fuck is out there tunneling through the ground. Like Russell and I keep walking on the dry ground and we're sinking in, and I'm like, oh, this feels like it's gonna be that heavy ass car that we had parked in the sideway that's just gonna sink in and get stuck. This just has disaster written all over it, because it's not a concrete pad that they can put this thing on. It's a lot of weight to be sitting on stuff that gets muddy. Alright. Tomorrow we'll be doing Planet Zoo. My goal tomorrow is to finish that entrance building. Front and back. We're almost done the front. Almost. And anything else that we get done in in addition to that will be lovely, but that's the main goal. I don't think the backside of that's gonna take too long. I say we're almost done the front, but then I remembered there was something else I wanted to add to it, so we're maybe 2/3 the way done the front. But what I want to add shouldn't take that long. And then no stream on Saturday. I won't be on the Wild Challenges podcast this week, but I'll be in their chat. And Mrs. Rock Guru is going to be on this week. I believe it's her first time on the show, so that should be fun. Always exciting when somebody that's never been on before is on. And so that should be pretty cool. And then Sunday and Monday we'll be back to arty things, working on our gingerbread house. I haven't had the chance to work on any of that right now this week, and I'm kind of perturbed because I wanted to get some more cookie layering done. I've been editing video mostly the past 2 days. I sat down to try to do some Dragonflight testing last night and the servers were down. I was like, you effing kidding me? So and then by the time I did get in, I saw that they had wiped the UIs again. And I was just sitting there fuming because I don't have a large monitor. And a lot of the things that they have on the new UI are huge. They don't have a way for you to resize them. Yeah, you can move where they're placed, but they don't have a resizing option. And I'm like, this is dumb. Why can't I change the size of this? Like, the mini map is different. It's a lot bigger than this, or feels a lot bigger, and I'm just like, why? This feels so clunky. I mean, maybe it's more for those that have like the 42+ inch monitors that, you know, take up half a wall or 2/3 of your desk, that are just obnoxiously large. I don't have a large monitor. I have 2 small monitors. I think my one monitor might be 10 or 13 inches because it's an older TV that we weren't using and I was in a jam. And the other monitor I think is 24 inches, 27 inches, something like that. And I'm like, I don't have a big ass. I would love a bigger monitor. Don't get me wrong, I really would. That might be something I look into price-wise when I upgrade my PC in a couple of years, but it's certainly not something I can have now because I don't have the surface space for it. But my desk is very cramped with all of the things and stuff. I kind of need a more proper, bigger work surface, but I haven't found that yet. I saw one desk that I thought might work for me, and they don't make it anymore, so don't know what to do about that. We could, I guess, try to make something in the future, maybe. But again, that's gonna be expensive. I mean, this thing is beat to holy hell. So we have a placemat down for a reason. Alright, so we've got a bar and a third to go here. I'm gonna have to manually go through everybody and recount the kills because I lost the kill total somewhere. And I was trying to find that before we got started again, and I couldn't. It had vanished. Unfortunately. But, you know, we'll see what we can do. I did manage to test one thing in beta last night. And the results of that were eye-opening and in a good way. I just have to hope that it's going to carry over into live. I don't know if that's going to carry over into live or not. It surprises me if it does, but then again, at the same time, it might have something to do with them trying to get cross-faction play in. Or maybe it's just for beta purposes that things were behaving the way they were. I just don't know yet. That's the thing. Like, stuff that we see in beta might not transfer over to live. And I don't have PTR updated. Maybe I can see if the husband has room on his PC to update PTR. But that might not be something he can do until tonight when we go to bed. Because I don't know how long of a download that's going to be. And I don't know how much of Dragonflight is on PTR, but I would be interested to see that. Alright, so we're down to a bar to go. It is going a little bit faster with Winds of Wisdom. Because before, like, 3 bars without it was taking us almost an hour. And I left us with 4 bars to go. And we're at about 38 minutes here. Maybe 35 once we actually got going. Do you need an active WoW account to look at PTR? I wouldn't think so.
I have no idea.
Because I'd like for you to look at something, but I don't know. You swapped the cats, right?
Yep, just did a little while ago.
Okay, because I thought I heard my meowing and I didn't know what her deal was. Unless she smells food cooking and she's just begging for stuff that she can't have. Alright. I'll tell you, this weather needs to make up its damn mind. It's getting so chilly and cold at night, and yet during the day it's like uncomfortably warm in this house. So then the air's going back on. Like, this is just dumb. I think we're barely supposed to hit 70 on Saturday, but I mean, it's not that unusual for this time of year. It's just annoying. Because I think we still had the air conditioner running off and on, or pretty much steady last year, like right up into the beginning of December, I think. Or maybe that was the year before, but it was crazy. So we were having like severe thunderstorms in December. I was like, what is happening? Usually second severe season's over by now. We haven't had any rain in almost a month. This is wild. I think we're supposed to get some rain, or there's talk of rain chances at the moment. Maybe the middle of next week. Maybe. I'm sure that's going to change 20 times by then. As it often does. Alright, you guys, we got half a bar. Half a bar until we're done the Bloodthirsty Challenge with every single class. This is creepy. Like, I never actually thought I would see the end of this mission. We're almost to the end of the tunnel. Almost. Got that half of a bar remaining. This is just wild to think about. How much time has been involved. Because I didn't jump into Shadowlands Challenger play right away because I wanted to get a Gatherer sorted, like a normal and normal player, and get some stuff done with that and get the feel of things and let the dust settle right when Shadowlands did launch. But this is just wild. I'm interested to see what our total kill number is going to be across all of the challengers. Well, across all of the Bloodthirsties at least. And since I lost that number after I added the shaman, I'm gonna have to get everybody's total again. I probably should have gotten all of those numbers before we got started on this one today, just so I had it. But that's alright. We'll write this one down. And we'll grab everybody else's totals. I might be able to grab them off of Twitter, but it's just gonna be faster to pull them off of their character screens in the long run. Alrighty. Few more kills, you guys. And then we'll pop over to the working man and see if we can finish up their level. I don't think Winds of Wisdom affects gathering, but we'll see. I honestly don't remember. I don't remember if that's a bump to all XP gains or if it's only to kill gains. I'm not... It just says experience gains, so maybe it's everything? We'll see, we'll see. Alright. Maybe 2 more kills here. I don't think this one's gonna be enough. We might need 1 more. I mean, it could be, but I'm just not certain. No, we need at least 1 more. 1 more should do it. Sorry, I'm nervous. I'm nervous and excited and... Alright, let's go. Can't get too excited though. We gotta pay attention. Make sure nothing missteps. Whew. Oh my god, we did it! Yay! Oh, that feels so weird. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, you guys. We're all done. We're all done with the bloodthirsties. Wow. Just wow. Her damn shoulder armor just keeps like poking her in the face. I can't get a good shot. Holy shit. That is crazy. 7 days, 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 11 seconds. I guess it would really be 12 minutes, but because we were 18 seconds into this level, but damn. Oh, that's such a weird feeling. Oh, the adrenaline. Like my arms feel shaky, but not at the same time. It's creepy. Alright. So, let's go. Alright, so. WoW challenges. Bloodthirsty. Control your soul. Prot warrior. Ding's level 60. Slash played 7 days, 1 hour, 13 minutes, 11 seconds. Their total kills. Sorry, it's just a whole range of emotions at the moment. It really is like coming down off of an adrenaline high, but still battling with one at the same time. It's really bizarre. So her total kills were... Let me get my calculator so I don't have to redo that. Okay, so 13,000. 145. And again, I'm using the total kill number. Alright. Away that goes. Let's go ahead and vendor.
I got what you need.
Alright, I'm not gonna vendor all the food because, you know, we need it whenever I decide to come back. But we can sell all of this. Alright, so 5,590 and 767 was that level's gold total. Alright, I'm gonna tuck you into the inn. Alright, so that was one of them, right? So you get moved up above the pacifists. Alright, so the shaman. Check it back in on the shaman and get their kill total since I forgot to do this ahead of time. And achievements. Kills, total kills. I said I was going with the total kill number because some of these challengers were older and around when the tracker had not been, the kill tracker had not been functioning properly. So kills that grant honor and experience wasn't tracking all of the kills, but kill total was. So that's why we're going off of the kill total, or the total kills. So 14,530 on the shaman. The demon hunter. Demon hunter. 10,279. Alright, where's my calculator at? I lost it. 10,279. Alright, we'll have to switch servers to get the DK. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 3. This is class number 4, Soul Survivor. Okay, stats, kills 14. Five, 4, 2. All right. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The monk. So monk was 22,000. $840. Number 6, gonna be the mage. $10, $3, $3, $7. Now the mage's total kills are much lower because she was started during Shadowlands. So keep that in mind. She didn't go through a couple expansions, and she didn't get caught up in the level squish. So that's why her total kills are so much lower than some of the other guys. Like the monk had gotten caught up in level squish, so they had way more kills than the others. Okay, so that's 6 classes. Alright, let's pop over to the rogues. Soul Sap, that's 7 classes. Excuse me. Alright, so 7 classes. He's at 18. 8, 1, 6. Alright. Seven, 8 is the hunter. It's taking a few minutes to load here. Ah, it's because I'm in Orbos. Okay, so, oh, there we go. Alright, Hunter is at 17. 3, 4, 8. Okay. Alright. Class number 9, Warlock. Okay, so the Warlock was at 38. Eight, 4, 6. Okay. Nine. 10. How many classes are there? I feel like I missed somebody. I mean, yeah, we have the DK on the other side, but I thought there was 13 classes. Is there only 12? That was 9, 10, 11. I'm gonna have to look. Okay. For some reason I thought it was 13. Okay. Oh, why are you in auction house? I don't know why you're here. Alright, stats. calculator up. Her kills are a lot. I think she has the highest single character kills because she's been around so long and level squish. And she didn't really get to participate in Winds of Wisdom. I think Winds of Wisdom came in at the tail end of her leveling experience, the first time it was introduced. 47,205. Alright, so let's grab Soul Snuffer, and then we'll switch over to the other server. And we'll get the DKs total. So 35, 1, 41. All right. And let's go ahead and pop over to the connected realm. And we'll grab the DK. Okay, and $14,752. All right, so the total number of kills that we've racked up across all 12 classes as bloodthirsty challengers over the course of their journeys, no matter how long or short they've been up to this point, is 257,781 kills. I'm tired, to say the least. Alright, let me not lose this number before I do something with it. Alright, so Thirsty Challenge mission is completed for now. The total number of the total number of total kills across all 12 classes comes in at 257,781 kills. Whew, that's a lot of dead mobs. Oh my. 257,781. All right, so with that, we're gonna swap over to the working man. And see if we can finish out her last level. So apparently I'm in Stormwind. And we need to get back to Bastion. So is all that. No, I haven't chosen a spec. I don't need a spec for what I'm doing. Alright, so let's hearth back to wherever the hell I was stationed. I think Hero's Rest. And we will get the working man wrapped up, or try to. See what happens. Alright. Oh, my arms still feel all shaky from Bloodthirsty. Oh my goodness. It's weird because it feels like a weight's been lifted, but at the same time kind of heavy, because wow. Bittersweet, I guess. Bittersweet. We still have one more challenger to wrap up here today, though, so let's see what we can do with the working man. And we'll go from there. I think that going by reading the buff, this might affect gathering XP, but I'm not certain. We'll see. Normal gathering XP without Winds of Wisdom was around 2,000 to 2,200. Okay, so yeah, alright, that did affect it. We got an extra 1,200. Something like that. Not what I would consider to be a complete 50% gain, but maybe that's without rested being factored in. I don't know. Kind of like the weirdness where we were getting more, but we couldn't really say definitively that it was another 50% on the warrior. But hey, we'll take it. It'll speed this up. That's fine. Do I have any Darkmoon Fair quests I can do? I haven't been to Darkmoon Fair. I don't have any of the items to turn in though. I'd have to no, we're not getting that one. I know I'm not a pacifist and I can kill stuff. But I'm also in white gear, and killing stuff in white gear has not been very productive for challengers in Shadowlands. And I'm in my very beginning starter gear, so I'm just not gonna do that. Not out here. I mean, I could go. Did that wrap up today? Okay, that wrapped up this morning, so we can't go to Brewfest. Yes, Bloodthirsty's all done. Just wrapped up the last class we had, which was Warrior. Just finished that, so all 12 classes in the game currently we have leveled to max as Bloodthirsty challengers in one expansion. I mean, granted, they all didn't start at 0 this expansion. Some of them had longer leveling journeys. Some of them were carryovers from previous max levels from other expansions, but all with no deaths. And yeah, so we had a total of 270... Hang on, let me get the number again. It was a total of 257,781 kills across all 12 classes. Thanks, Tiber. It feels so weird, like, I don't know, it's whew, we're done, and yet it's like, oh, we're done. So, whole lot of emotions right now, just still, you know, coming down off the adrenaline of nerves of trying not to fuck up those last couple of bars of XP and just all of the things. So, yeah, we'll be working on a few other projects. We'll be starting our WoW vacation soon. I'm still helping Lito with beta testing, and I'll still be in the community. I'll still be helping WoW challenges with stuff. I just won't be actively playing WoW in any meaningful capacity for a little bit. I'm a bit burnt out from playing at the moment, so we're gonna take a vacation. Don't know how long that vacation's gonna be. Might be until at least January. We'll see. There's a joke about killing all the monsters in your computer. I think you may have come the closest. Yeah, but they just keep coming back. It's like whack-a-mole. See, look, I'm so ingrained and bloodthirsty. I keep trying to kill that moth whenever I come out of that set of stairs in that archway there. I mean, if I had better gear on and had picked a spec, I probably could, but I just don't wanna right now. Working men can have kills, so that's why I'm not too worried about being out here at this time of day, being around other people. That's fine. I don't have to worry about proc skills or anything, so it's like, yeah, whatever. But that doesn't mean I necessarily feel like killing the things, because I don't think I'm gonna survive it, but, you know. It's okay. This is the last challenger that I have any sort of meaningful time invested that we're gonna wrap up before my subscription time's out. But I'll still be able to get into WoW on the free version of the account and look at things that I need to look at, because I've got a couple sub-level 20s that I'll still be able to hop on. The only thing I need to find out is if you can access the auction house on the trial accounts, because if you can, then I'll just probably sit in the Dragon Isles and fish on like a level 5 for a while when I'm feeling the need to play, or if I need to try to get some money banked for a token. I don't know if I can. I'm gonna have to look into that. But yeah, no, I'll still be around. I'll still be visible. I just won't be actively playing. Next week, next Thursday, we're gonna start. I hope to start. You okay over there? Husband?
Hmm?
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just allergies.
Okay, just making sure we're alright. Next week I hope to start Coral Island, or at least take a look at it, see how I feel about it. I backed it on Kickstarter a while ago, and you know, when I had a couple extra dollars, and we'll see how that goes. It looks like a cross between like Stardew Valley and my time at Portia kind of deal. It's going to be an early access, so it's not going to be completely finished or completely polished. There is a fair bit to do for the most part right now, from what the email was saying. And some of the higher tiered backers, I think, were getting their game keys today, but they have respectfully asked that that even the higher tiered backers adhere to their requested stream embargo, and hold off streaming the game until October 9th, I think, at a specific time. So, so next week I think is the 11th for us. No, the 13th. So we'll be taking a look at it here. So it won't be like launch day, but we're gonna take a look at it, see how I feel, see if I feel like I can even play it. Because I don't know about key remapping or anything. I kind of walked into that a little blind. But we'll see how it feels. We'll see how it goes. I might hate it. I might love it. But we'll take a look at it. If I'm not feeling it, we can always switch back to Timberborn, or we can do more art, or we can actually pop into Stardew Valley. You know, we'll figure it out. I'd say we'd play some Katamari, but I don't know where my controller is, so... I kind of need the controller for Katamari. It could be high... There's that shaman still at it. With Shaman Thorn inside. I still feel like that's a bot. It could be a person, but... they're always here. Always here. And they never seem to deviate at all, or give any indication that there's a player sitting there. They don't jump around like players do when they're bored. They don't like spin or anything. They're just straight line missions. So it feels kind of robotically deliberate. It could just be that person's playing style. But I did put a report in on them and never heard anything back, so I don't know if they ever even checked it, or if they just gave up caring. I don't know. Maybe it was found to be a team of people that don't do any sort of indication of, hey, yeah, no, I'm actually a player. I mean, they do have updated gear on, but that could just be to throw off people looking on the surface. Don't know. A couple of the ones we reported were blatantly bots, though. But yeah, this just feels so weird. So weird. It's gonna be weird to have time in the evenings again to do whatever the fuck I want. Because for so long it was, okay, well, I've got to get leveling done for stream prep for the next WoW Challenges stream, and that would take a couple of days and hours on end, so this just feels so bizarre to have that time back. Of course, I won't have that much time within the next couple of weeks, because we have the 2 beta shows coming up. We're doing another thoughts on beta, or how we feel with the state of beta, show soon with myself and Lita, and then we're gonna have a show about the new UI. God damn it, that just vanished out from underneath of us. So really everything's in respawn, despawn, respawn mode here. I hate that. Coming up to everything as it's, I guess, time in that position is winding down. So, I saw that they've taken some suggestions and implemented them. Still not liking the new UI at all. I don't really understand why they had to do what they did. when you don't have a huge monitor, it's a whole ass a lot to deal with. And I don't have a huge monitor. So I was running out of places to put things and move them and just all of the things. And I was like, eh. Now, granted, they're not all on your screen at the same time, but it's where you want them to show up when they do get activated, kind of thing. It was just, it just pissed me off last night, and I just kind of sat there staring at it for a while, and then by the time I got everything sorted, because I had to walk away for a minute, and dealt with something else and came back. I didn't have that much time to do much testing last night. I did test one thing that I really needed to look at, because from the beginning of, oh gosh, I guess since I got into alpha, no, I guess it would have been the beginning of beta when they actually let us see how we were getting into Dragon Isles. I was curious because, you know, with Shadowlands we had to do the quests to get out here as Bloodthirsties, and you know, I was like, okay, well, what do these quests involve? How many are there? So I started doing them right off the bat. I didn't even try to get out there without doing them, because I didn't know how to get out there yet. So I was following the quest chain, and the quest chain didn't have me killing anything, which I thought was interesting, and I was like, okay. You were just kind of like putzing around in Stormwind for the first half of it, talking to people and seeing cutscenes, and... You okay? Oh, is he obsessing?
Going for air, buddy. Gotta let it breathe, otherwise it just gets worse.
Momo and Zuzu start to obsessively lick and bite, and then they get a hot spot, so we have to... We have hot spot spray that we have to put on it and make them come up for air, and they both look like they had a really bad run-in with a weed whacker, because we have to keep shaving them down so the air can get into where they're licking to dry it out and stuff. I had another dog that had a terrible time with hot spots, but anyhow, so I had done the quests, and you know, I was like, okay, well, the time I was thinking I had to do them to get out there, and so I stopped doing the quests right after I got off the boat in Dragon Isles, because I was like, okay, it wasn't that many quests. I think it was under 10, and I was like, all right, well, that's much better than Shadowlands was. And now I'm out here, and I can see things. I can move between the zones, so I'm not locked to the beginning zone at the moment, as far as we can tell. So, you know, that's not bad. You know, all right. And then Two Shanks started helping us do some bloodthirsty testing, and he found out you don't have to do the quests to see the boat and to get out there. I was like, oh, cool. So I had hearthed back to Stormwind to do something. I don't remember what, but it was to do something. I don't know if I was looking at the transmog thing or what, to see if that had been implemented yet, and the last time I checked it hadn't. The transmoggy, the white gear. So as far as I know, that still has not been addressed. And I was like, alright, well, I ran back to the dock to head back out to the Dragon Isles. And, waited. And I waited. And I waited. And the boat never showed up. I sat there for like 15 minutes and the boat never showed up. I'm like, this is weird, right? And then I realized I wasn't seeing any of the NPCs that were tied into the dragon stuff on the dock. And I was like, problem? So I was like, people were talking about a portal. So let's go up to the Mage Tower. Went up to there. There was a portal to Dragon Isles, but there was like construction barriers in front of it and little red lights. Like it wasn't open. It's like, okay. So that's a thing. And I don't know if I can get that one safely. So I'm gonna skip that one for now. It's like, alright. So I was kind of hovering in Lion's Rest, and I was like, oh, hey, there's the boat. Flew into Stormwind Harbor, and the boat sunk. All of the NPCs on it landed in the water, and everyone vanished. And I was like, oh no. It's the Borealis boat phasing bug all over again. I was like, oh no. How am I going to get back into Dragon Isles? What the holy hell is this shit? I put in a bug report. I was like, excuse me, how the fuck am I supposed to get out here? I can't get back. My Hearthstone was set to Stormwinds. I didn't have a Darlaran Northrend Hearthstone, or even a Darlaran Legion Hearthstone, excuse me. So I couldn't Hearth there and portal back to Stormwind and use my normal Hearth to someplace out in Dragon Isles. And I was like, how do I get back here? Hello? Fix it. And they still hadn't fixed it. And I was like, so I'm just stuck like this forever, right? I was like, we gotta find a workaround for people that this happens to. This is not cool. Sorry, there's a biker festival going on in one of the towns about 45 minutes from here. So there's gonna be bikes going by, some kind of charity event thing that they do. I think it goes to support Toys for Tots or something. So there's gonna be a lot more motorcycle traffic than normal. Anyhow, and then I was sitting there thinking this through, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? So I remembered for the Borealis boat bug, we were able to go to Echo Isle, well, not Echo Isles, but, you know, over there in the troll starting area. And if we could fly, we could hop on the opposite side of the boat to avoid the troll guards in the troll starting area. And as long as we didn't touch anybody, we could use their boat to get out to Zandalar, and then there was an Alliance flight point that we could use nearby. You know, we had to be careful, but we could get to it. I was like, alright. I was like, let's see this. The Horde side boat, excuse me, I didn't mean to say it quite like that, but the Horde side boat, to the Dragon Isles is outside the gates of Orgrimmar, down by the dock. Like where if you've ever played a goblin, like where the goblin boat would show up when you get there, like that area down along the shoreline. There was, I don't know if this is a beta thing. I don't know if this is going to change when it goes live. There weren't any hostile guards down there that seemed to give a shit about me while I was flying down towards there. Now, mind you, I was giving most of Orgrimmar's gate a wide berth. But I got down near the dock, and I thought it was going to be on the dock, but it's actually an airship. So I was like, oh, we're up in the air, because I saw it fly in above me. I was like, oh, okay. So I flew up and got onto the ship, and all of the NPCs on the ship were green. Even though I was Alliance, and this was a Horde ship. So I was very confused, and I was like, oh. Well, that's interesting. And I was able to ride the Horde airship back out into Dragon Isles. No problem. Got out there. Got to the Horde and Alliance starting points in Dragon Isles are spitting distance from each other. There's like a little tiny section of water between the two. And all of the NPCs that were right there when you got off of the Horde airship were green to my Alliance character. And I was like, Huh. Well, okay. Now, again, I don't know if this is a beta thing. It's very possible. This could be to do with cross-faction play. And that's why they were friendly to me. I didn't necessarily have cross-faction turned on that I'm aware of, but I know that I had seen chatter of them talking about trying to get cross-faction guilds to work and stuff. Maybe this is part of it. I don't know. It was interesting, and I was like, oh, okay. So I got off the boat, hovered over all the NPCs. Their fishing trainer for the Horde side wanted to teach me how to fish, and I'm like, but don't you hate me? And they're like, oh, here, there was a Tauren. They're like, here, I'll teach you how to fish. And I was like, oh, okay. And the vendor would let me sell to them, and I'm like, all right. It was very confusing and felt very bizarre. But it was a thing, so I was like, well, I mean, we have a workaround in beta, at least. So I want to see if that's carrying over, if it's in PTR yet. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see if the husband will download PTR to his PC. I've been battling storage demons on mine. My C drive is inadequately sized, it seems. And I do not have enough space with all these window updates. I'm struggling to stay with like 2 to 3 gigs free on my C drive where like all of my operating systems are, and I'm like, you would not believe the dance that we've done trying to shift files to my D drive, which was quite a bit bigger. And then I've had to shift stuff off of my D drive to my new, well, not brand new, but my newer, was it a 1T? I think I picked up a 2T hard drive, a portable hard drive, to shove all of the video and video projects onto that I need to edit. The final video holds some of the final video I've been holding on to, some of it I don't. God damn it, stop trying to kill the things. I gotta pay attention. So that's helped keep my D drive down, but you know, I've got so many photos of stuff, and I just, like, I'm at the point now where I don't think I can delete anything else off of my C drive. So, and I don't know what Windows updates I can get rid of, because I don't know how vital they are to keep Windows running, so I don't want to mess with any of that. But when we upgrade the PC in a couple of years, we're definitely going to have to make sure that I am bumped up in the storage department, because I don't remember what size the C drive is, but at the time we didn't really think I was going to need that much storage, so on that particular drive. Right now I'm just trying to hope that everything holds together, because we have no money to replace this fucker right now. That ain't gonna happen. We're waiting still to hear back about the husband's disability status. We had a meeting with he had a meeting with one of their doctors over Zoom the end of August. She said she had to write a report and file it, and we haven't heard anything since. So we don't know what the fuck is going on. Haven't heard anything back from our lawyer. We haven't heard anything back from them. We don't know what the fuck's going on. The last time he tried to get a hold of the lawyer, he had a really hard time trying to get through to the office, so I don't know what was happening there. I thought he had said something about that the office was supposedly moving. I don't know. It's not like we've paid her any money yet, but... And we don't have to pay her if he gets denied, or if he loses his appeal. But, we will see. It's killing us not hearing anything. Because we would like to know if this is actually gonna involve him going before a judge, or if they're gonna make a decision without that. It's like, yeah, okay, we've been doing this since March 2021. Can we please have a decision? Because, you know, something's gotta give here soon. And we don't know what that's gonna be. That's a little too close to where the red one, to where he walks through, I think. So we're just gonna leave that be. Not worth it. Not worth it to me. Alright. And then we had the nightmare of the whole Etsy shop debacle. Just everything, like, happened at once, and my brain is just, like, shutting down, and I'm just like, no, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this now. So now we have to move the Etsy shop, and currently the shop is closed on Etsy. So like I said earlier, if you wanted something from there, just contact me on Discord or Twitter, and we'll see about trying to work something out privately until I get the shop back up and running somewhere else. I'm still astonished that the whole plaid thing did not or has not gotten more attention. Like, if there's anything to lose your mind about as an Etsy seller, it's this company getting involved, 'cause I don't understand how some people were okay with giving this company their bank username, login name, and password. Like, that is not okay. And they don't need it, as far as I'm concerned. Just don't. I was expecting to see more of a fuss. I was surprised I hadn't heard anything about it until I got the email telling me I was gonna have to do the thing, and I was like, I thought it was a scam at first, to be perfectly honest. I was like, this ain't legit, right? This somebody hacked Etsy, right? Like, this is somebody spoofing Etsy. Nope, it was legit. Oh, Gargoyle's in here? I call my Maya Gargoyle, because she just kind of sits there hunched over stuff and just, like, stares. And all of the cats seem to want to sit on Russell's keyboard. His mechanical keyboard, he's used to having his wireless keyboard, and the wireless keyboard had an on-off switch on it, so he could turn it off when he wasn't sitting at his PC, so the cats weren't stepping on it and stuff. Well, that's what we used it for. I mean, you know, more like power conservation, but he would do that to lock down the keyboard so the cats couldn't step on anything and fuck anything up for what he was working on. The mechanical keyboard he got for Christmas last year, we realized after he was done being so excited about it, didn't have an off switch on it. It was just always on. And we were like, oh. And then we're like, well, you know, it won't be that bad. And then we realized, because I play something off of his computer to fall asleep to, because we don't have TV in, we don't have cable TV in our bedroom. And we found out just how much the cats step on the keyboard in the middle of the night, and they either pause what we were listening to or had running, or they step on something and it would change the speed of the video, usually in the aspect of slowing down the video to where it was not even, it was like a third of a frame a second. It was terrible. Like, it was so slow-mo, you would have to sit there and watch for almost 5 minutes before, like, a sentence was finished. It was god-awful. And I'm like, what did you do? And I'm trying to fucking fix it through VLC, not knowing what they did in the middle of the night, trying to get the mouse on the right screen. And I'm just like, oh my god, stop it. And I would fix it, and then 15 minutes later, they're walking all over his keyboard again. I was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm out. I can't. I'm not getting back up again. It's terrible. And he's been working on a D&D cyberpunk game that he's gonna try to put up on somewhere, something guild. And so he has to have part of it in code, or coded to go up the way it needs to, and he's been trying to figure this out, and he was fighting with an issue for a couple of days, I think, and he finally saw where the problem was. One of the cats had stepped on the keyboard and added a digit in the very beginning of something that he didn't notice. And that's what was fucking everything up. So we finally found a program to disable his keyboard when he's not sitting there. Because it was just getting so bad. They will not stay off his keyboard. I don't know what the hell it is. But they have to walk. He even moved his desk. They have to step on it. And I'm like, stop. How many hundreds of places do you have to go in this house, and you have to go right there where I don't want you to be? Go over here. Go over there. Go in that room. Go here. You can go over here. How about here? Like, I can find you 20 different spots to lay, but no, you have to walk back and forth on that keyboard. Okay. Oh damn, we still have to get that get the screw collar out of the light socket on the light fixture in the bathroom, because Cal broke a light bulb by standing on it. That was fun. Middle of the night, I heard glass shatter. I was like, what the fuck was that? Russell was in bed. He heard it too. He jumped up. We couldn't find it. We're trying to figure out where the glass shattering noise came from. And he goes, well, maybe it was this. I said, you wouldn't have heard that in the bedroom. This sounded like, and as I said, glass shattering. I didn't even get the word shattering out. He's like, son of a bitch. And I was like, Russell found it. We had a light fixture above our bathroom sink that had like these palm-sized, big-ass globe style light bulbs in it. Like, think like old Hollywood movie around the makeup mirror. There was like 4 of them. I think they had all burnt out and we just didn't have the money to replace them, and we don't really use that light switch hardly ever anyway, so we just hadn't bothered with replacing them because there was another light in there. We're like, well, we don't really have the money for these light bulbs right now, so whatever. Because they would have been specialty, not specifically specialty light bulbs, but for us they would have been specialty light bulbs since we couldn't have put them in anything else. I was thinking he was going to end up eventually standing on top of this fixture, because he likes to jump up there and stand on top of this wooden box that these light bulbs are screwed into. And Russell had said, oh, hey, the top of this box is all open. There's not a lid on it. You can just look down and see all the guts of the fixture. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. So he's either going to end up electrocuting himself, or he's definitely going to bring down the whole fixture. And I thought that he would bring down the whole fixture before he somehow smashed a light bulb out of the socket. And I was like, how? So the little screw thingy that puts the light bulb in the socket is still in there. So we're gonna have to cut the power to the house, to the breaker, and either use a pair of pliers or a potato or something and try to get that out of there. Because I'm just like, really, cat? Like, what the fuck? These cats are just, there's no respect. No respect whatsoever. Just like, damn, son. Why? Why you gotta be causing trouble? Not fair, yo. Stop destroying shit that I don't have money to replace. It's very, very rude. And the cat's just like, meow. Like, fuck off. So then at like almost 2 in the morning, we're trying to find all of the glass in the sink, all over the sink, trying to make sure we're grabbing it all. We had to grab the rugs and take them outside, the little throw rugs, because we didn't know if anything had flung that far, and then we had to wash them after we shook them out real good. And 2 days later, I was still finding little tiny shards of glass around the sink in there. I was like, oh my god. It's like, how did we miss this the other night? I'm like, cats, stop. Please stop. I know the one I can't get. The other one I'm a little leery to go after, because of the foxes back there by it. It's just crazy. We're waiting to hear back from the contractor still to set up an appointment to change the gas meter, because apparently our gas meter is like 18 years old or something, and they want to put in a wireless one. And so somebody's gonna have to come out to do that, but they need to set up an appointment. And we got the letter in the mail 4 or 5 days ago. We still haven't gotten a phone call yet to set up this appointment. And that letter was from the gas company itself, so we know that's legit. And it's just like, oh, what else can happen? What else is gonna go wrong? What next? Like, come on, something else is due to go wrong here. And, like I said, we still don't know when the mother-in-law is going to materialize with her sister in this terrible RV idea that they had. If they don't get the gas money soon, they're gonna be up there for the winter. Because that's a bit of mountain driving that would have to be done in this bus type thing. I mean, not like a tour bus, like one of those little tiny shuttle buses. Like an airport shuttle bus kind of thing, like a smaller version. It's not like the big, like, commercial tour bus RV thing they got. They got a very much smaller one. Or the sister did. Been kind of slim pickings here. I mean, it's sort of okay because we're getting the extra XP from Winds of Wisdom, so I mean, that's fine, but feels kind of barren out here. Oh, no wonder I'm starving. It's almost 7. Maybe that's part of the weird feeling after dinging. I'm like, oh, okay. Just realized my stomach's growling. That would be why. We're hungry. Alrighty. I know that one's there, but I don't trust there's not a stealthed fox in there. So we're just gonna stick to the nodes that we know are good. That aren't going to be problematic for us. Suzu, eat your dog food. I don't have anything for you tonight. They like to hold out to see if they're getting anything from me, but I've got nothing extra to give them tonight. Okay, 16 of those. So we're not gonna get as many flower nodes with Winds of Wisdom. That's alright. We weren't gonna make enough to get a token at this point anyway, with the rate that I've been playing. Kind of bummed that a lot of our safer nodes have not rematerialized here, though. It's got about a quarter of the level left. And if the nodes that we can get to would materialize, we'd be done. Alright, so we got this one. And let's see, what do we have up in here? Anything? Nothing? I mean, I've seen a couple gatherers out here, so I would think that these would be either shuffling or respawning a little bit faster. Or at least more numerously. Was it Thursday? When did this charity event start? Tuesday, I think. I don't think they had planned like specific route rides, but maybe they did. I don't know, I'm just surprised there's quite so many bikers over here when the event was being held further away this time. Turns out Fayetteville's like, no, we're not doing it this year. So they found another town closer to...
Wait, so did we find out why they didn't do it?
I don't know. Just for some reason Fayetteville's like, no.
Fayetteville made the decision?
I guess. Maybe the rates were cheaper in Rogers. I don't know, but for some reason they weren't able to do it in Fayetteville. I don't know if there was a scheduling conflict with a different event. I have no idea. Although it sounded like the last time they did the event, excuse me, it might not have gone quite so smoothly, so I don't know if Fayetteville wanted to deal with them. I don't know. Because I remembered that they needed a lot more space on the last one because of the COVID restrictions and things. So I think they had ended up at the fairgrounds. And, because a lot of them camp out for it. And I don't know the specifics of what happened. But I think it had turned into a ginormous pain in the ass the last time. I was quite surprised to see that they were in Rogers this time, because it had traditionally been in Fayetteville, so I don't know if something happened. I don't know if it was scheduling. I don't know if the event didn't want to pay higher fees. I have no idea. The only thing I saw was that they had moved to Rogers. They didn't get into specifics. I thought it benefited Toys for Tots. I could be wrong, though. I would have to double check. Wow, somebody's actually advertising their guild that's in the zone while they're advertising it. Wow, they did it manually, you guys. Oh my god. Props to them. I hate that damn advertising add-on that just broadcasts it out every so often. And you don't have to be in a specific zone, it just goes out. Because half the time I'd click on the person and they'd be like in a dungeon, or they would be in a different expansion altogether, and I'm like, really? It's like, can we not? So I'm gonna be connecting Kofi with Stripe soon, so there'll be some more donation options and more payment options for when we get the shop moved. So that way, because I know not a lot of people use PayPal that much anymore, it seems. So we'll have that as another option soon. That soon could be like a month from now. We'll have to see what the next day is that time allows us to sit down and do this shit. Because we were supposed to do a whole ass house clean yesterday, but husband did something to himself. We're not sure what, but he woke up and like his neck and back were just not too happy about the prospect of him even like sitting down. So we're like, oh, okay, that's not happening today. And I've been doing a shit ton of video editing lately. So, because anything I do off stream for the Gingerbread House project, I've been trying to upload in order of it being done, so that way there's not like chunks of work missing from in between the live streams, just so it makes sense. So things are sort of in a proper time frame. So that's been taking some time. Because it takes me a couple of hours to cut down some of those off-stream videos. Like an hour and a half video could take me an hour to 2 hours to edit because I'm slow. And it depends on how many times I had to stop and walk away, or if I remember to hit pause before I went to do something, and all that good stuff. And then I have to find the audio and lay the audio in on it. I'm really surprised there's not that much holiday instrumental music in the YouTube free library. I really am. Like there's maybe 2 pages, maybe 3, but some of it is doubles of the same songs, some with vocals, some without vocals, and there's just not that many songs to pick from, I guess because of, you know, licensing reasons and things, but I was surprised. I thought there would be more. And I'm still editing the last speed felt video from the last Bob Ross needle felting thing that we did. I'm about halfway through that, in between doing everything else. So I haven't forgotten about it. I mean, I kind of did for a couple of weeks, and I was like, oh shit, I need to do the thing. So I'm working on it. It's just that one's gonna be a lot bigger to edit, because it was 12 live streams that I'm trying to edit down into one speed video, and yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of cuts because I derail and deviate and then start showing other projects, and I pause a lot when I'm talking. I talk with my hands a lot when I'm yammering, so there's a lot for me to edit out there, more than the other off-stream recorded stuff. So it's gonna take some time. Right now I've got, oh, did I start part 6? I think I've got 5 full live streams edited of various lengths. They seemed to average about 2 to 3 hours. I've got them edited down to 53 minutes. And we're just starting to edit the 6th live stream, so it's gonna take a little bit longer. Might take another 2 weeks, because that'll be about 50 to 60 music tracks I'm gonna have to lay into that because of the length, A, of the music tracks, and B, the length of the video by the time it's finished. So that's gonna take maybe probably another 2 to 3 weeks. And we'll get back to following along with that season 3 and needle felting along with it for Joy of Painting. But the next 2 tutorials in that series, I'm at a loss of how to approach them, to be perfectly honest. So I really need to have the moment, the free moment, to sit down and focus and watch it and look at what my options are, because they're I don't want to say restricted, but kind of reduced color palettes, minimized colored palettes. And you can do a lot more different shades of paint than you can yarn. Like, you can just add white or whatever to paint and adjust the shade up and make it lighter and lighter. You can't can't really do that with fiber. Not really. So I gotta figure out what I want to do with that. I don't know if I'm gonna go completely off the rails and just do my own colors and just sort of go with his composition, or what I'm gonna do. I gotta sit down. Need to get my colored pencils out. Sit down. Where is it? Oh, it's there. Well, they got it with no problem, so alright. We should be okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to concept that one and 2 of them out, because I'm at a loss. I don't know how to approach them. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with those. I might make those ones a little bit smaller than we've been doing previously. There's a lot going on there that I need to actually have time to do. But I also have Christmas presents to work on.
I have received reports of wildlife wreaking havoc nearby. The anima drought must have driven them into a frenzy. Please restore calm however you can.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. Got a little bit further to go here. Where is it? Oh, it's probably up by those hostels. That's okay. The hostels can keep that one. Like, there's a painting I want to do. There's a painting and a needle felting project I want to do of the same thing. But I want to do a painted version of it first, just to help my mind solidify kind of how I want it to look. It kind of gives me a little bit more confidence going in with on something that I'm unsure of. So, oh, one more gather. One more gather. Probably gonna be on the other side of the bridge, though. Excuse me. Alrighty. So it was about an hour on the Working Man with Winds of Wisdom from 59 to 60. That is an improvement. With just rested, it probably would have been closer to an hour and a half. Maybe even closer to 2 hours. So, alright, is this it? This should be it. And there's the Working Man. Alrighty. Alright. Let's hearth her little butt back. And we'll do her tweet. Alright, where are we? Oh, we're up here. Okay, for some reason I thought we were in the other spot. Alright. So let's get our slash plate. And we'll crop that down. Okay, so it's gonna be, if I can spell it right, WoW challenges Working Man. Soul Blister. Unspect Priest. Dings level 60. So we're looking at a slash plate of 2 days, 19 hours. 51 minutes and 47 seconds. All right, so does stats tell you how many things you've gathered? I don't think they do. This says skills. I don't see. Gold acquired. Flasks, beverages, food. Professions. I would love to see like how many herbs gathered. But it doesn't, just seems to show your highest skill points. Doesn't even show mining. What? Blacksmithing. It shows herbalism, but not smelting recipes, but not oh, there it is. Highest mining skill. That doesn't seem right, though, is it? Let me tweet that to make that go away. Profession book. I mean, maybe. So this gets, so you know, this gets much bigger for Shadowlands. This takes up like 2/3 of your screen for me. This is like, there's a chest there. Oh. So it like goes like almost to here height wise, and then maybe to here-ish down the screen. It's a lot bigger. Oh, there's the 186. Okay. So that's under base. That's dumb. Anyhow. Alright. Looking for herb kills could be a sign you're not over bloodthirsty yet. Yeah, I know. I would love to see them tracking how many like flowers you've gathered or how many mining nodes you've hit. That would be an interesting number I would like to see. We'll probably never see that, but I would like to see it out of curiosity. But you know, it's just something that would fascinate me. But yeah, I need to go eat. I think I need food. I haven't eaten yet today, so yeah, we need to go figure out dinner. But thank you guys for joining me. We finished our bloodthirsty mission. We'll be taking a WoW playing hiatus. WoW playing vacation starts now. Like I said, next week we'll be looking at Coral Island and figuring out if that's something we want to play for a while, or if it's not going to be a no-go or if it's going to be a no-go for us. If it is, we'll either do more zoo or we'll find something. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for celebrating. And good luck on your challengers. Remember, Winds of Wisdom is allowed. So take advantage of that while you can. Well, thanks, Tiber. And you have a good night. And everybody stay safe. And I'll see you tomorrow for Planet Zoo at some point in the late afternoon. Most likely. So have a good one, you guys.